Hi there. Have you ever guys wondered what to do during this pandemic situation where you guys stuck at home and nothing to do? Why not try learn some language? So basically I will be sharing some basic Mandarin. It's very basic, but it's easy to learn. So let's have fun. We will be learning basic Mandarin, which I will be teaching on counting numbers and greeting people. Don't worry, Mandarin is easy and it's fun to learn. Okay, I'll be teaching learning basic numbers and greeting in Pinyin and translate in English and Malay. The Mandarin will be shown in Chinese character, which is called Hanzi, and pronunciation in Pinyin. At the end of the class, you're able to count numbers and greet people in Mandarin, basic greetings. Actually, I won't be teaching you all the numbers, which is 0 to 99. I'll be teaching you a basic number so you know how to use the numbers to speaking in Mandarin. Okay. So, are you ready? Adakah anda sudah bersedia? Let's learn. Jom, kita belajar bersama-sama. Okay, in numbers or nombor, we call it as 数字. Okay, repeat after me. 数字, which is number atau nombor. We start from 0 atau sifar. We call it as 0. 0. Okay, number 1 or 1, we call it as 一. 一. While number 2 atau nombor 2, we call it as 二. 二. Okay. For number 3 or 3, we call it as 三. 三. While number 4 atau 4, we call it as 四. 四. While number 5 atau 5, we call it as 五. 五. While number 6, 6, we call it as 六. 六. Number 7 or 7, we call it as 七. 七. Okay, the next we will be calculating number 8, which is 8. In Mandarin we call it as 八. 八. Okay, number 9, 9, we call it as 九. 九. Okay, have you guys memorized the number? If you guys already memorized, we'll continue another calculation number. Okay, if we see here number 10 or 10, we call it as 十. 十, which is number 10. For 20 or 20, we call it as 20. 20. Okay, for 30 or 30, we call it as 30. 30. Okay, while number 40, 40, we call it as 40. 40. While number 50, 50, we call it as 50. 50. While 60 and 60, we call it as 60. 60. And 70, 70, we call it as 70. 70. 80, 80, we call it as 80, 80. Okay, and then 90, 90, we call it as 90, 90. Okay, if you guys notice, every 10, 20, 30, there will be a 10, 10, 10 on the second words. So you see here, there is 10 at the second words. The first will be represented as the number 20, 30, which is 30, 40, 50. So you just put the 10 at the second word. Okay, the next I will teach you how to calculate a random numbers. For example, 11 or 11. We call it as 10 because it's 10. So when 10 we put in the in front 10, and then the 1. How do you pronounce the 1? Okay, we go back to the table again. 1 means E, right? E. So 11. Okay, repeat after me. 11. Okay, while for 16 a number last, as I mentioned, there's a 10 in the in front. So here is 10. So 10, and the 6, the second digit in the charts table, which we learned earlier, 6 or num, we call it as 6. 6. So 16, a number last, we call it as 16. 16. Okay, for 11 until 19, you can use the 10 at the in front. But 21 until 99, it will be a different pronunciation. So example here, 58, 58. Okay, if you see here in Malay, pulo means 10, right? So we put it at the middle, 10, while 5 and 8, okay, as we mentioned earlier, as we learned earlier, 5 means 5, 5, and the 8 means 8, 8. So it became 58. Okay, repeat after me. 58. Or you can also, if we learn here just now, 50 means 50. So 50, 50, and the 8 here, 8. So it become 58. Okay, do you guys get it? Okay, never mind, I'll show another example. Okay, next will be pronouncing another random numbers. As I mentioned earlier, the 10 will be at the middle. So the first digit is 6. Okay, as we learned earlier, 6 a num, which is 6. And then the 8, 8, we call it as 8. So it will be called as 68. Okay, the next one will be 39. 39. The 10 as in the middle. So the first digit as 3 and 9. So based on the learning before. Number 3, 3, we call it as sun. And then number 9, 9, we call it as 9. So 39, we call it as 39. Okay, I'll be teaching you the last number, a random number, which is 95. 95. Okay, the 10 put in the middle. 9, 9, 5, 5. So we call it as 95. 95, which is 95 or 95. Okay, how was it? Is it easy to learn the numbers? I hope you guys able to memorize it. Okay, next I'll be teaching you the basic greetings. Are you ready to learn greetings? Adakah Anda sudah bersedia? Jom, let's learn. Okay, basically greetings, when I call me or myself ataupun saya, we call it as 我. Okay, for you or kamu, we call it as 你. While for he, him, or she or her, ataupun dia in Malay, we call it as 他. Okay, this is refer to one person. Okay, next we're referring to a group of people, starting from us, or we call it as we, or kami, we call it as 我们. Okay, for you guys or you girls ataupun kamu in Malay, we call it as 你们. Okay, last, for they or him or her in Malay, dia, we call it as 他们. Okay, so me, 我, saya, you, 你, kamu, him, her, in Malay, dia, we call it as 他. While us refer more than one people, yeah. Kami, we call it as 我们. While you guys, kamu is 你们. And then they, him, or dia is 他们. Okay, do you guys get it? Alright, next I'll be teaching you greeting on basic communications. Okay, if we see here the first one, hello, in Mandarin we pronounce it as 你好. In Malay is hi. Okay, the second one I'll be teaching you is how are you, which is in Mandarin we call it as 你好吗. Which is in Malay, apa kabar. Okay, the next one is I'm fine. 我很好. Okay, I repeat again. I'm fine means 我很好 which is kabar baik. Well, when people asking how are you but you are not too good or you are in bad mood, so we will say in Chinese 不太好不太好 which is mean not so good ataupun in Malay tidak baik. Okay, the next one is normal greeting, which is in the morning we call them good morning. So in Mandarin we call it as 早安早安 ataupun selamat pagi. While good afternoon in Mandarin we call it as 午安午安 as it means selamat petang. While good evening we call it as 晚上好晚上好 which Malay is called selamat petang. Actually, afternoon or evening they refer the same as selamat petang. For good night in Chinese we call it as 晚安晚安 which is selamat malam. For goodbye, which is in Mandarin we pronounce it as 再见再见 which is selamat tinggal. So how is it? I hope you guys enjoy learning the basic Mandarin greetings and the number. Thank you so much.